Okay, so I'm going to be walking through Fort Missoula. It was a beautiful evening, and it's on the edge of town, which you can see by this map here. And it was established in 1877 on land that is now part of the city of Missoula, but it was originally established to protect the settlers in western Montana from possible threats from the Native American Indians, such as the Nez Perce. And then it became, the fort was home to the famous Buffalo Soldiers of the 25th Infantry. And then during World War II, Fort Missoula was an internment camp for the Italian detainees. And this is the officers' row. It was remodeled in 1904. That's St. Michael's Church, which was established in 1863, but then moved here. The Dillon Depot, constructed in 1910, and then moved here 60 miles away. Now, this is the trolley barn, which houses Missoula's streetcar that ran from Fort Missoula to Bonner, 1912 to 1932. I believe this is the one-room schoolhouse, which was built north of Missoula. This is one of the original structures here for the officers, built in 1878. An 1880s carriage house, another original building, up close of the officers' quarters. This is a earth shelter, root cellar, built in 1908. And behind us, that brick building, which you'll see again, is the main museum, of an amazing museum, which wasn't open. Now that's a fire station. There you can see more of the main museum there. Now we're going to be walking in toward the lumber things. Lumber was a big industry, of course, back then. That was a library car. And a lot of interesting equipment, a lot of which I don't know about. But just to give you a sense of what it's like, I'll just let you watch. It's very interesting. That's a teepee burner. That's where they burned the slash and stuff. But it's very interesting. I definitely would recommend it. If you're going to Missoula, most people don't think about it and head out this way, but it is definitely worth your time. Just seeing all this old equipment and how everything is being preserved and how different the logging business was. It's pretty amazing. They actually have a logging competition thing every spring. And that behind me is my husband and Lucky standing by Gordon Construction's first crane. His father owned Gordon Construction, and of course they built a lot of buildings in Missoula. Pretty cool. What's a goat? The truck? This thing?
They used to call him a goat.
Why?
That's what they called him in the woods.
Really?
When you worked in the woods. That's what drug your logs up. You had your chokers off the end of it. They dragged the logs up to the loading deck.
Wow.
That's just the way it goes, you know.
Yeah.
Boy, this stuff really lights up when you got the...
Oh, man. feel free to talk about any of this equipment in the comments. I bet you a lot of people have family members that worked in the logging industry. Well, in fact, my daughter today works in the logging industry. Missoula was filled with lumber yards back in the, well, probably all the way up into the 80s, actually. But it's pretty fascinating to see all this equipment. It's cool that there's a place where it's still saved so a person can go back in time and take a look at it. And this is really well, see those information stations everywhere. So you can really learn a lot about the whole business and all these buildings. I'm just trying to give you an overview of what I saw, trying to shoot it before the light disappeared. It was the sun was going down, and it had been raining all day long until just now. So this is a shingle mill. You can copy that code and watch a video of them making shingles. I just thought all these old pieces of lumber were interesting, and these big cranes, the equipment. It's really a nice place to visit, and it's just beautiful. And there's so many great things, and so many people have put energy into making this a great historical place. So I hope you get a chance to visit it. Love to hear your comments. Thanks for watching Travels with Lucky.